been painting these little tags for quite some time now, especially over December months, but I start quite early because I need quite a lot of tags. So what I do is I have a little line drawing and then I just use my 100% cotton watercolor paper and I outline the little tag, then I cut it out and then I start painting. Sometimes I just draw them on a full A4 size and then I paint all of the tags and then I will cut them out just to make it easier because sometimes it's quite hard to paint on a small little tag like this. But for now, I just use my pencil and outline the little sections where I want to have the little branches for this tree. I use my Dr. P.H. Martin's Fine Art Watercolor. This is Sap Green 23H. You don't have to use this. You can use your watercolor paints, just a tube or a pan. And then I mix a bit of sepia or Payne's Grey just to darken it a bit. Now the other color that I use is a beautiful perylene green. There's a few different colors that you can use that is very, very green, like hooker's green is another beautiful green, or Van Dyke green. I'm looking for Christmassy green colors, and then I mix it all in a little plate like this, and then I start painting. So I just draw a straight line to start my little branch, and then I just draw these fine little lines on each little pencil line that I outlined there for me. And I'm trying to follow the shape of a tree, so I imagine a real Christmas tree, and I just start drawing these little lines like this. It's quite easy, and I will go over them and over them as soon as they dry. So if you are a beginner, make sure that each section dry completely before you go over the next part. This way you won't have little water blotches. And then I'm going to go on the other side as well. What's nice about these little loose papers or little tags is you can turn them around to make it easy for you to get to the other section so that you can draw these 4 branches. And this takes some time, but it's quite fun to paint. So it needs a bit more of these little branches. I just go back over it again and I add some more. But wait for each section to dry completely. Then go over it again and take a bit of a darker mix and a lighter mix and change your colors now and again. So this is the other side now, and the same is happening on the side. Just tiny little lines, tiny little strokes. And this is what I do. So a little bit of a close-up. Tiny little branches, and then wait for it to dry, and then you go back as soon as it's completely dry. So I'm going to write a little note on this little card as well. And you want foreshortening little leaves as well. So you want to make sure that some of the branches come out on the front or towards the front, so it doesn't look too like it's split in half. That makes sense. Like flat on the page, you want it to look more 3D and realistic. You'll see that I dab my brush on the front and make sure that it's a lot darker. But I'm first going to add in all of these little lines and little strokes until I'm happy. And I just carry on creating those markings all the time. This is quite a fun painting. Now I do have quite a few tutorials on YouTube and on Patreon, so go and have a look. If you are a student on Patreon, there are quite a bit of these tutorials. And you will know that Charlotte and Tyson and the other dogs are all around me all the time, so they do make noises. They sit with me. They are my friends while I'm painting. So if you hear these funny noises like growling sounds and fighting, they're playing around me all the time. So again, I'm just going over them and I try to leave some of the paper to shine through the bottom layers so that I can see the paper as well, because the paper is part of the Christmas tags. And I love the way these little strokes make these little branches look. So this is how I just darken the little branch like this. So it's not just one solid line. And that will help create those little foreshortening little leaves that I spoke about, or branches that I spoke about. And then on this side as well, just darkening them again. They look a little bit like they need some more darker color. So this is the sepia mix in there. And then I just paint a few little branches on the top as well. And I also want to take a few on the bottom branch, so you'll see that I just draw or paint a few on the bottom as well. We're nearly there. It's starting to look a lot different now. So I'm going to show you all of the others that I painted. So while I'm going over these little branches just to thicken them, these are some of the little tags that I painted so far. And then I just write a little note on the bottom, and you can turn around and write the name of each person that you want to give some tag to. And this is nearly finished, so let me show you. And then I'm going to paint a little bit of a line at the bottom so it looks like ground. You can paint some snow, and then I just drop in some more of the green on that part there. I lift it out because I don't want it to be too dark, just like that, just to make it a little bit more playful, a summery Christmas tree. And darkening it again because I don't want the tree to look so straight up, so I'm just doing a few of those little branches some more. But you can definitely go over the front to create those little beautiful markings. Now this is the little punch that I bought, and I just take it over there. So you can use anything to make your little holes. And then my string. So I just bought this colorful red string from an art store, and I'm going to tie it around the little card this way. I do it this way. I push it through from the back, and then I pull both these strings through the little hole or the loop. Now you can make your tag this way and just stick a little sticky on there, but I'm going to put it through and make a knot because I'm going to hang it on the Christmas gift. It's a bottle of wine, by the way. Anyway, so this is it, and just cut the tag little string shorter, and there it is, my little Christmas tag. Now these are the other ones. Let me just show you again, and I'm going to write a little note on there as soon as I'm done.